kid him that he's the Lawrence Frank of college basketball. Lawrence Frank is that young-looking coach for the New Jersey Nets. And Houston, although he's 40 years of age, he looks like he's 25 or 30, Tom.
And he was Southern Conference Coach of the Year in '03. His team went 11-5 in the conference and 19-10 overall. They're about to get their 20th win tonight. If they can hang on to the 16-point lead, now cut down to 13 by Keddric Mays.
Well, Mays has 3 threes now in the second half as he starts to find his stroke.
16 points for Keddric Mays. 3 3-point buckets in the second half.
It's gone from 22 points to a 13-point spread.
Brentford for 3. And you know, Cranford had been kind of quiet, but that's his third 3-point bucket of the game, Coach.
10th for App State in this game. That's 30 points. And most of them are good looks. They're sharing the ball, they're distributing, and they're making open threes.
After this, it goes out of bounds. Chattanooga ball. App State not shy about putting up the threes. 17 3-pointers against the Citadel on January 27th in a 95-54 win to set a school record.
We have 10 for 23 today from three-point land, which is a very, very high percentage. They're not turning it over. They're scoring on the outside, not going inside that much to Minter or Clayton, more from the perimeter.
Mays for 3. Wynn skying for the rebound. Wynn with the repost. Mays. Wynn again. One dribble to the basket. Lost the handle. Back up again. No good. And Cranford has it.
Wynn was taking the ball over on the offensive end. He was taking that glass over, but he couldn't connect on 2 attempts. He had 3 rebounds on that one possession.
And that foul will go against Watts, his first.
App State, you know, second in the league in points per game, 76.4. Second in scoring margin, outscoring their opponents by 8.6. 2 in threes made per game, 2 in steals. That's why they have that nice record. They're so good in all these categories.
Dokes and Long enter the game for Chattanooga as Cranford inbounds it. Dante Minter, the transfer from Virginia. It's nice when you have a player like Dante Minter to come off the bench and provide production for App State.
The College Insider poll has named Davidson as the 4th team in the mid-major poll and App State at the 11 mark. So both teams representing very well from the Southern Conference.
Steele goes long. Bridgewaters tapped on the way to the basket by DJ Thompson.
You also have that famous RPI index. It's the rating percentage index, and they rate all the Division I schools. There are 325 NCAA Division I schools. And right now, App State has a 59 RPI, and Davidson is 61. Also, we're 20th as a conference. So we've had a very, very good year, especially with these 2 great schools leading the way. Davidson also won the Arizona State tournament in December. So far, they've been the 2 best. UNC Greensboro second in the north, College of Charleston second in the south. 2 teams, though, at 7-7, Furman and Western Carolina, both fighting for that 5th seed. 5 teams get byes in the Southern Conference tournament. The other 6 have to play on the first day, Wednesday.
DJ Thompson takes a seat. Bridgewaters makes the second free throw and now has 4 points in the game, 1 of 4 from the free throw line for Kevin Bridgewaters, who will defend against Abraham. Ryan Abraham. Minter looking for Abraham, can't connect. Watts on the way to the basket, stopped by McLaughlin Williams. The ball goes to the floor. Half of the players on the floor battle for it, and now we've got a little bit of a scrap.
Watts went hard. They stripped him. They tied it up. But just good hustle. Good aggressive play by both teams. No one let it get into a confrontation. The arrow goes to App State, and it'll be their ball. You know, Dante Minter is 250 pounds. He's a lefty, and he's a terrific, terrific scorer. against VCU. He scored 16 out of the last 17 points in that big win for the Mountaineers.
And that's a guy who comes off the bench for App State. Great passing. McLaughlin Williams to Minter. Dante Minter, his first basket of the game comes at the 12:50 mark of the second half.
They reverse the ball. They go to the high post. They find cutters. They find open shots on the perimeter off their passing. They are just very crisp with the ball tonight.
Look at the hustle by Cranford to go to the floor to get it. Now Minter is on the floor with Watts. And there is a foul on the play. And it will be against Watts. His second foul.
The first guy who hits the deck usually comes up with the loose ball, Tom. And Dante Minter didn't spare his body at all. He went flying for the loose ball, picked it up, drew the foul. App State comes up with Ryan Abraham doing a nice job as the point guard who backs up DJ Thompson for a few minutes in each half.
Great pass, McLaughlin Williams again to Cranford. That's two consecutive fantastic feeds by McLaughlin Williams.
There's a back screen by Dante Minter for Nate Cranford. Cranford used the screen, moved well without the ball. App State finding the open man for layups.
Inside, Watts bothered by Cranford, and I believe he will pick up the foul. Yes, indeed. It'll be against Cranford, his second. With his last basket, Cranford now has 11 points.
McLaughlin Williams is one of those guys who rotates in the front court, and he had a great sophomore year, shooting 38.5 from behind the three-point arc. This year, only 20.9. I talked to Coach Fancher. He shoots well in practice, but just has to get confidence going in games. But they rotate many, many players. They're playing 10 tonight, and they're all doing well. There's no drop-off when Houston Fancher goes to his bench.
It's a 19-point lead for Houston Fancher's Mountaineers, looking for their 20th win of the season and looking to go 11-1 on the home court this season. Watts stripped away by Cranford. And they're going to call it on Cranford. So two quick ones on Cranford, and he's got three. We'll take a timeout with 11:50 to go in the second half.